Alright, we started. And did I see correctly that one's A and one's Seraphim? Generic answers? No. Get out of here. Truth. It's not like I would say that for any map type. Okay.
I mean, either of these players could definitely end up in like the top 4 of the whole thing. I think that's on the table.
Yeah, for sure. No, they didn't go random. They chose these factions. Yeah, they could definitely, either of them could end up top 4. I don't think either of them are favorites, or I don't think if you're pre-placing people into top 4 you would put either of these. But definitely you could put them in top 8 without it being strange, and top 4 could definitely happen. It comes down to preparation, really.
I would not be very surprised to see Thomas in like a 3rd or 4th place finish for the whole thing.
Yeah, well, Thomas has never really done that well in tournaments, though. That's the thing. He doesn't have a history of doing well in tournaments. So I wouldn't favor him, really.
Well, he came 4th in a Lotus once.
In a finals?
Yeah.
Which one was that?
Let me check.
He wasn't in 2019 anyway.
Wait, hold on.
He didn't get in.
No,
he didn't get out of groups in 2019 finals because he's in a group with Petrick and Nexus.
Yeah, I'm mistaken.
And then he didn't
Then why
play.
did I
He didn't
invite
play
him?
in summer. I don't
Did he
think.
come in 4th place in... Is that it? Did he even play Blitz?
Maybe he. Well, Blitz. I mean, Blitz is Blitz. It's not really too big a deal, I'd say. Like, maybe he did well in Galaxy Cup or something. I'm not sure though. But generally, he doesn't do super well in tournaments, and this is lagging a lot. Mainly because of Yudi, though. It's just...
Yeah, I don't think it's my ping this time.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. He came in 4th place in the Blitz tournament that Farms did.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't...
Which isn't like a huge like win on.
No. So yeah, I definitely would have some... I wouldn't be putting Thomas in top 4 anyway, before the tournament. He's gotta prove himself in the tourneys. So, yeah, second air from Thomas. That's not unusual. Yeah, second air from Yudi as well. Definitely a map where you can do this. You get a lot of reclaim. You can get factories up quickly. You need build power in the base to build all those factories and get the reclaim, so the bomber can be really disruptive. And they probably...
I'm just gonna contribute to the lag.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be a little smoother, but not... it's still laggy, I gotta say. But yeah, we're both going second air bomber. Yudi is walking straight to middle. Thomas instead is making a 3rd factory before he leaves, which we will see how important that is. Actually, he might make a 4th factory before he goes to middle. Yudi is doing what Petrick does. I mean, I don't know if Petrick goes this fast, but he goes pretty fast to middle. Gets the 2 mexes quickly, controls the middle with a PD, and then kind of controls the game. So Yudi's going for the same thing. I don't know if he'll go for the PD or not, but it's definitely strong to be in middle first. and control that space. Bomber is ground fired from Thomas. He misses the engineer, hits some reclaim, another ground fire, gets 2 engineers, 3 engineers. 1 engineer was just coming out of the factory and it dies on the factory floor. That's a good bomber. 2 kills, 3 kills on the bomber from Yudi as well. One of them was an Aurora. Inti comes out, circles around and misses the bomber, which gets another kill. Inti needs micro, gets microed, and he should get the kill. Anti-air from Thomas, and an Inti bomber goes down. Got, I think, 4 kills. 2 Intis and 2 anti-air from... Oh, third anti-air from Thomas. This is going to get expensive if he keeps making those. Yudi made no anti-air, just Intis, which is pretty good for him. Thomas still in the base now. Yudi's making a PD. And yeah, Tom's staying in the base now because he has lost so many engineers. But that might hurt him because PD is going to be in the middle. And take some time to take back the middle once that happens. How?
All right, we just got a surprising result, and at least surprising to me.
Yeah.
Balinchik beat Ozzy 2-0.
Ooh. Hang on, let me see the maps. Desert Arena and Oracle. Oh yeah, those are... Maybe those aren't the maps for Mosey. Oof, 2-0. Balinchik is really good. Really good player. So it's not a huge shock. I mean, it's definitely an upset for him to get 2-0 there, but Balinchik is a really strong player.
Right?
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Yudi going for what he seems to like to do, which is make a lot of Zuis. He's got more Zuis than tanks right now. That's how he plays against Aurora with Seraphim. Bomber from Thomas doing damage. Oh, look at Yudi's rally points. They're non-existent.
Is this another thing he's known to do?
No. This is not known to me. Yudi pushing forward. He's gonna lose quite a bit of HP here to the Aurora and the Commander. It's already like 1500, 2k HP down, and that's really bad on a map like this.
This is not the position you want to be in versus an Aeon player, or really anyone.
Because once this kind of happens, then it can end up where, you know, if Thomas doesn't like where this is going, he can take a draw easily. Yudi is sniping some Aurora, and Thomas also has to be careful he doesn't get pinged by a lot of Zuis on his commander. Yudi gonna get more nice kills by the looks of it. Antier takes out some units.
Thomas has to be careful that this doesn't turn into a draw.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas doesn't want to draw right now, but he's not that far ahead. He has to push the advantage, but yeah, he has to be careful. Does have this mech somehow down in the corner. Thomas is just getting attacked by all these Zuis. He has to dodge all the time.
And that is a huge AP sink, even on a 5x5.
Like, you see there, he retreated and he dodged a bit and he thought, okay, now I'm out of range. And then he just walks and he takes like a few hundred damage from the last two artillery shells. So he's about 2000 HP ahead at this point. It's just full T1 spam. in the Aeon base, and same thing in Yudi's base. Yudi still is not fixing his rally points. They're completely... There's just no rally points. Now he's adjusted them. And he's just... The micro on the Zuis is crazy. It's just constantly microing in front of the Aeon stuff. ACU takes more shots. Radar goes down. Still a lot of reclaim on Yudi's side of the map here. See here. But there's also a lot
ThomasH
here.
needs like just range gun to deal with these parties, and then he can just pressure.
What really shocks me is what ThomasH is doing right now. Because he's attack moving versus artillery, which makes the Aurora bunch up so much. He manages to kill the PD. The PD is going to be instantly rebuilt though. And I don't think that was worth it. Bottom side, he takes a really bad fight. More Aurora dying. And I
Nice
really...
bomb.
Whoa, ThomasH has lost a lot of HP as well. He's actually behind on HP now. PD's back up. It's going to get more kills. I think this ends in... This could end in a draw here. Alternatively, ThomasH loses. That's my my two options at this point. It looks like he's falling back to get upgrades. So Yudi has to recognize that and make his own, or just push forward. The difficulty is he only has 4,000 HP, so probably pushing is not gonna do the trick for him. ThomasH making bombers, but they all die to Yudi's substantial number of inties. There goes the range gun on the commander. No assistance. Hopefully no stall. And he's getting range. It's gonna end really, really bad. Really poorly.
I feel like the ramp is a somewhat safe place to do that, though. You got all the Aurora to zone out. Maybe?
Yeah. I don't... I'm scared. It's a lot of Zuis. Yudi's falling back. He's gonna make his own gun, I'm sure. There we go. He begins. Range gun is gonna finish. He's got some assistance now. The Aurora, like you'd see the Aurora fighting back and forth with the Zuis. It's terrible for the Aurora, really. Like, it's so annoying. Because you keep having to watch your Aurora just die, and like you're like, how I can't dodge 15 Zuis. Like, you just can't do it.
It's just a saturation artillery bombardment. There's nothing to be done.
Yeah, and Yudi's constantly microing them. You never get to get on top of them at all. Range gun is done, and ThomasH just walks out. Yudi has to get this gun finished, but he's holding off the commander with the Zuis. Oh, ThomasH is not dodging properly. He circle dodged back into the shots he was trying to avoid there. It's down to 3,200 HP. He overcharged a single Zui there. Not what he wanted. And there's still a PD he has to kill to get to Yudi. Yudi's just about to finish the gun.
It's not looking good for ThomasH one bit.
Yeah, on the top side there's a bomber killing all the Aurora. He can't take any fight here. Again, tons of Zuis. It's almost full Zui. There's like he threw in some Thams. I don't know why he even bothered though, honestly, because it's functionally it's just full Zui. ThomasH now.
I gotta say, I really like this sort of style versus Aeon. It seems to be very effective.
Yeah, and now I agree. And now Yudi's in range of the commander. ThomasH has to sacrifice some Aurora to try and get out of range. Yudi didn't want to push there because he didn't want to draw, but I think he could have pushed and killed there, and maybe it would have been okay, but I think he's correct to just back out, because then it's right here he can't possibly die. So he pulls back, gets his Zuis forward, and Thomas has to dodge everything. And as he's dodging everything, the Seraphim commander gets in range, and Thomas is about to go down. And Yudi shows how you play Seraphim against Aeon, at least one particular style on 5x5. Nice win for Yudi. It's 1-0.
Bit rough there in the beginning, but once he got control and had the critical mass of Zuis,
Yeah.
smooth sailing from there.
Yep, for sure. What's it got to do with vetoes?
Well, because higher seed gets the better veto and the better pick
Oh, right, okay.
in the match versus the person below them.
Oh, okay.
So you want to fight for the higher seed in the group stage.
Yeah.
So you get to pick 2 of the 3 maps instead of 1 of the 3 maps.
Yeah, that could be a big advantage. Also, you're just gonna have weaker players in your group. Like if you're, like, you know, Thomas had Petric and Nexus in his group in 2019 Legend of the Stars, and that's, I mean, good luck getting out of that group. So yeah, but I guess the qualifiers can only get 3rd or 4th seed in the group, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be tough for any of these guys, honestly, depending on, well, if any people drop out or who actually gets the 1 and 2 seeds. But yeah, definitely rather be 3rd than 4th, that's for sure.
Plus, first place gets to be in the group with Farms and Turin, which I think is the weakest of the groups.
Yeah, you hear that, Farms?
Oh, not Farms so much.
Oh, throwing shade on Turin. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll throw shade at Turin.
All right.
I mean, he's way better than me, but I'll still throw shade at him.
Yeah, I mean, this guy using hotkeys. I mean, who does he think he is? Play me without hotkeys, and we'll see who's better.
I'll just take away your keyboard.
Yeah.
Mouse to mouse.
Mouse only, no shift. Good luck. Yeah, no shift tournament. Now that would be the most hardcore of tournaments. Right, second air. I wonder. Thomas made two pigeons. Oh, actually no, second land. So Thomas, this looks like prep. Because I haven't seen him do this build, I don't think. He is using tree groups. He's made 2 pigeons and with his ACU, and he's made 2 factories with his ACU. Now he's going for an air factory. I don't really like the attack move on the top where he's reclaiming, because that's way slower than just manually reclaiming all that. And it is a tournament, so, you know.
Gotta try hard.
Get it together. Yudi is just rushing straight for transport. I don't like that on this map. But it's gonna work here because Thomas doesn't even have an air factory. He only just finished it. But still, even in this scenario, I'm not sure if it's gonna be good. Depends on what the Mantis do of Thomas early on. Second air factory straight away from Thomas as well after the first one, so to try and catch up on air.
I really like Thomas's build here. It just seems very well thought out.
I mean,
he'll get the out there, and then he'll have the air advantage when it actually matters.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look at what Yudi's getting here. He's getting this mix. I mean, I wouldn't have dropped. He seems to be doing what Turbo tried to do against me, and I didn't like it then. He also dropped 3 engineers in this expansion.
For
This
each
is
max.
yeah, and then he's gonna spam land there. Yeah, I don't really like that, honestly. Yeah, I think Thomas's build is gonna work out better. Most likely, this engineer at the top will get raided, and the mechs. The ACU could just be walking into this expansion. It's gonna force a PD. That's what Thomas will likely do after he gets all this reclaim. A lot of reclaim in this position.
Yeah, Yudi is just much later to leave the base. Like, Thomas is halfway across the map, and Yudi is just leaving now. And Yudi doesn't really have factory to show for it.
Well, he has 3 factories in the base, 3 land factories. He has an extra one here.
Like, Thomas has more factories.
Not really.
Out now.
He doesn't really have more. I mean, he has. Now he will have 4 land factories. He does have an extra air factory. But yeah, like Yudi made a transport, and he didn't really get much out of it. He didn't get this plateau. He didn't drop far from his base. Basically, he dropped near his base, except for this engineer. So I don't really like the transport, honestly.
Thomas is bombing the reclaim.
That's pretty good. I like it.
That's a high level strat right there.
Yep. And he saved the bomber. And now he's going to bomb more reclaim, which is beautiful. Look at the damage. Goodbye.
You wanted to see them tryharding, and here you go.
Yep. Thomas is delivering. Now he's going to bomb. He's going to bomb all of it. He's just moving the attack move order. Or the, not attack move, but the attack order. And yeah, it only says 52 mass kill, but that thing killed hundreds. Hundreds of mass was destroyed.
Should you get vet for killing rocks?
I don't know. I mean, then imagine TMLing, experimental wrecks and things. Your TML would have so much damage. Or nuking a reclaim field. It would be cool to see how much reclaim you nuked.
I get that read your nuke launcher.
Yeah.
Very important.
I don't see how Yudi can afford all these factories and things. He also has a PD in this expansion to stop the AC walking in there. Alright, just had to sneeze there.
Now Thomas is going for the plateaus. Yudi with the very early transport, but hasn't dropped the plateaus yet.
Yep. He has dropped the bottom right plateau, but that's it. He has a transport in his base again. He's picking up something.
Alright, Yudi is going to fortify this bottom right plateau with a PD and a static AA to protect a hydrocarbon.
Yeah. I
have questions.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. You see, I probably wouldn't build anything there except the hydro, because I mean, if you build a PD, then maybe you just get bombed. If you build an anti-air, he drops a mantis, and building an anti-air and a PD for a hydro, and it also delays the reclaim. It's probably one of those scenarios where you just try and defend it with air, or if he invests in killing it, you say, well, fine. You got me. Maybe I'll take it back. Maybe I won't. Maybe you just accept that it could die. But that's just me. I don't know. Could be wrong on that one.
Sometimes your units just die, and you have to move on with your life.
Yeah, you can't protect everything all the time. Not with static defenses, anyway. Farms, there's music playing. Can't you hear it? It's probably really quiet, to be fair. Still a lot of mechs is up for grabs. A lot of empty mech spots.
A extremely shocking result. Mosey just lost to Rufon.
He lost to Rifon on Settings Clutch. Did he
Yes,
play the game, or did he
he
just
played the game.
resign? Oof. John Betty asks, how can I add to the prize pool? Well, Swackle is the guy I'm talking to right now, and he is the host of the tournament. So I guess you can talk to Swackle about it. That works.
If you actually go to the thread on the forum for the tournament, I don't think I can post it because I'll get like yelled at.
No, you can post it, right?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you can't post. It's it's a YouTube thing where you can't post links. There you go.
But if you go, there's a PayPal link in there that you can donate to, and 100% of that will go to the prize pool for this tournament.
Mosey can't focus. Yeah, well, it's not easy to. Actually, what position do you have to get to qualify?
He would have had to win this one game.
Right. Okay. Oh yeah, I see. So top 4 in the winners bracket, and then top 4 in the losers bracket, kind of thing. By the looks of it, that would be the top 8.
I mean, technically, he'll be the #1 substitute because he has the highest ladder rating. So
Yeah. So actually, it's not unlikely he would get a spot there. To be honest, he had one dropout in the summer one. ACO almost.
I needed to like 2 subs.
Hmm.
I think I needed like 2 substitutes for Blodier and someone else.
Oh yeah, there's Blodier, Mr. Smith, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, who got in? Was it Foden got in, I think?
Yeah, I think I had to sub him out or something.
I think Foden got into my group instead of Mr. Smith. Anyway, back to this game. T2MX for Thomas. ACU getting some nice kills. This is the scenario where you don't walk away from units, you walk into the units. There's a lot of units from Yudi though, coming towards the main expansion, we'll say. Jesters are defending. A lot of Jesters from Thomas. He's sort of had the air control for the whole game. After he went for, second, third, and fourth air. He seemed to have control all the game, and now he's got Jesters out, but he's not really. This is not really the way to use them, in my opinion. There's actually 4 anti-airs here. That's going to be enough to drive those away. I think he already lost one of the Jesters, actually.
Yeah, it already got reclaimed by this sneaky little engineer on attack mode.
Oh, this guy over here in the cliff?
The one that's in the river pond area.
Okay. Who won the first? Who won the first what, Mosey? The first of these invitationals, or? Because there's one in the summer. That was Tagada won that one. Oh, Ganges. Yudi won Ganges. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense as a question. Who won the first game in the series we're watching? Second mech's being upgraded, so Yudi doing so much damage on the top side. There's very few mechs left. There's like 1 mech's there. The ACU is failing to defend anything. And on the bottom side, Yudi has good control, but again, he's got raided, but he's replacing those mechs pretty quickly. And he's also dropped the top plateau. Nobody had dropped it until now. He's dropped 2 engineers up there. He's going to get the Hydra, he's going to get the reclaim. That's a nice boost. And there's also a unit drop coming to the back of the base, which could be really annoying. Could
Right
lose.
next to all the power. And there's no radar in the base or really anywhere
Yeah,
outside.
but
So
it is only 3 mantis, so it's unlikely to really kill much of anything. He might kill a pigeon or 2 at most, I would say. A lot of air assistance for Yudi as well. We're full T1 mode, and then just adding a bit of eco here and there. Thomas adding more T1 factories in the base right now, which is, you know, I mean, it feels like, is that the right investment? You got to think real careful about adding your T1 factories at like this time in the match, because if you think about it, a factory at the start of the game is way more valuable in that, I mean, the number of units it's going to produce is way higher than if you build it 10 minutes later, and it's going to slow down, say, ecoing, and how long does it take for it to have an impact on the game. So it's like at a certain point in the game you want to be real careful about adding T1 factories for just spamming more mantis and things. It's not always going to be useful. Airfight coming. Gestures have to be defended. Thomas is going to win this airfight. This is the exact wrong time for Yudi to engage air. He was getting close to the right numbers. Oh, he left a lot of inties behind. He actually had more inties.
maybe he can.
Maybe. He's micro though. They're both microing a lot. I think Yudi might actually... No, Thomas has gone idle. And now he's attack moving. Meanwhile, the Jester's doing quite a lot. I think Thomas is winning it.
That was a tough fight.
Thomas
He
wins
won
the
in the
air.
end.
Oh my god, Thomas had less air there for sure, but Yudi just left pretty much half his air force behind. And one other interesting thing though, right? No ACU upgrades at all in this game.
Hello, I'm back.
I take it. T2 land now for Yudi. T2 pigeon coming up, and then more air as well. He needs to win air. Oh, he might snipe the Jesters. They haven't done too much for Thomas really. Transport. T2 land coming, and it's been paused. All these factories have been paused. Okay, he unpauses T2 land. Yeah, you see, he added 3 extra T1 factories, and now he's pausing 2 of them. This is what I mean.
Not a very good mouse. But
No, it's not a good investment. He's really struggling to hold on to this expansion with the 3 mexes here. Like, it's gonna be tough. He's constantly running back and forth. If the ACU would just commit to fighting here with these units, I think he could take a massive win, but the problem is he just lost air and there's Jesters around, so he's afraid to do that.
maybe he should get in the water and like get T2 or something.
Yeah, I mean, T2 would be fine. He could make T2, maybe make a PD or something. You gotta be careful with the terrain around here, but I think T2 would be okay. Gun would be okay as well. The PD gets a lot of kills, so look at this.
As long as you can defend it, you're good. Plus, T2 is kind of snipe defense. For these Jesters, at least.
Yeah, it's not easy to snipe with Jesters versus a T2 commander. I mean, he'd need a lot more Jesters, you know.
Point. Just get yourself T2 air and build Corsairs or something.
Yeah, I think he will make T2 air. Maybe this factory he's making now will go T2 air.
I don't think he has
No.
air control, right?
More
Like, in
inties.
terms of...
Yeah, I mean, well, what you mean Thomas doesn't?
Yeah, I think your Yudi has more inties.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just look at the production. There's a ton of inties.
Yeah, I think he should move to T2 air. think that would be a good idea. Thomas is kind of stabilized on the top, but still Tagada has more. Or Tagada, Yudi has more map control. Slightly. He's got the
Tagada.
corners. He's got the corners. T2P.
He has these very well defended hydrocarbons.
Yes. PD. Anti-air. No radar up there.
So many factories inside their spaces. Quite weird.
Yeah, there's... Well, Yudi has kind of a normal amount. Thomas has too many. Should recycle these. These are the factories he built. Really late. Yeah, just recycle some factories. Stop making so many mantis. But Yudi has a lot of mantis right now.
Both players should just completely stop building mantis and either build some Medusa or just switch to full ET2. The extra mantis won't really achieve anything on the map right now.
Well, I think Yudi could do damage with the units he has, but he has to find a way to do it. He needs to find a place to go.
Yeah, he could kill the two Maxes above middle right now. They're undefended. He should snipe it with couple mantis.
Big air fight. Yudi's winning this one. He brought all of his inties this time, not just half of them. And yeah, he's crushing. Jester's going down as well. There's no flak around. And yeah, where's T2R now? That's what we need. He just started it. All his engineers in his base are more or less on it. And yeah, there's no way Thomas can defend against the T2R in all these positions now. And like this whole army in the middle, well, he's sending two. Oh my god, look, the ACU is completely alone. And there's a big number of mantis that could head towards that commander. Oh, I'm scared now. What the hell? Is he really... Yudi is not sending any... He's sending all of his units away from his commander. Where's Thomas going? Does he know the commander's here or no? I'm so confused by what's happening.
He should know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in range of the T2 radar for the past like 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, the T2 radar is there, so you should see him. Yudi just spotted all those units. So he should be bringing... Yeah, he's bringing some units back towards his commander. And he's walking towards his T1 PD, so... It's okay. Thomas has finished the gun. He had his whole army assisting him there to finish that. Stealth and gun. Pretty late in the day, but definitely needed on this side because there's so many units from Yudi. He doesn't want to fight. Right, let's see. Are we going to see Corsairs or gunships? Corsairs, it seems.
Take a minute to thank John Betty who just donated $30 to the prize pool for this tournament.
Nice. Thanks, John.
Alright, nice.
Thanks, man.
What's the prize pool up to now?
It's like at 345.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Pretty good. The first base is gonna be like 200 now, nearly.
I'm
100.
debating to break out some of the prize money for like 5th through 8th. I'll have to think about it.
I don't know.
You don't need it, Tagada.
What do you mean you don't want prize money, Tagada?
I need all of it. That's the only income I have. Is the money from the tournaments.
Yeah, well, I mean, you should ask for some for 58 then, yeah.
Oh, I guess. Oh.
I mean, Jagged, we gotta leave some for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like last time it didn't go that well.
Oh, I'll just cast them, you know. Screw it, I won't play.
Yeah, you are getting more money from casting than the tourneys probably, anyways. You don't need the money from the tourney.
Yeah.
Sweet. Bring on cash.
Thomas...
I was really sad the other day when you released the video of the cast of the same ladder match that Kyle did the previous night. It was disappointing. Sniping coming though.
Corsairs. There is flak and
And
anti-air, but he might survive
of-
this. That's a lot of mantis though.
I think this is just mass donation and more vet for Thomas.
No,
Uh,
I think he's gonna die here.
I'm not sure.
Place your bets.
Like the T2 units are not getting through and they are getting overcharged. I think the vet will come before the... There's one more Corsair coming, but it will die. The Flak is still alive. Firefight is happening. It's really close actually.
There's just gonna be endless Corsairs coming. All the flak getting so many kills now, and he's surrounded.
In the
the-
red.
I see you auto dodge the Corsair, most of the damage. Oh, no. Dead. So
Double
close.
Rhino OSG.
Oh. That's really close. And he's dead.
Well played.
R.I.P.
That's really risky though. If
Um,
survive, then that would be a lot of reclaim here.
I mean, I don't know. I think it was. He had a lot of units left. You know, it wasn't that close. I would say there were a lot of mantis. 1 sec.
Yeah, Mantis power. At least they are not getting overcharged so much as Rhinos, right? Well, Nexus, I think he would need to first start being active and playing again, you know, instead of arriving only for the tourneys and random 2x2s.
So Tagita, are you gonna win this one too?
I don't know, man. Like, when I compare my gameplay right now to how I played before and during the Summer Invitational, it's not looking too great, I must say. My eco balance is not there